In this review, I will be taking a look at the NECA Gremlins Daffy Mogwai reissue figure. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's start off by taking a look at the packaging. As I mentioned, this figure is a reissue. It originally came out in 2012. The figure comes on a blister card packaging. Towards the bottom is the character's name, as well as an illustration of Daffy. Moving up, you can see the figure inside the package. At the top is a Gremlins 2 logo. On the side, it shows that this is number 3 in this new wave of Mogwai figures. The opposite side states the figure's action feature, which is posable eyes. Turning around to the back, there is a picture of the other Mogwai figures available. Next to that is an instruction on how to use the action feature. Moving up, it shows more Gremlins figures available, as well as a pic of Daffy. There is a little bio on Daffy. Feel free to pause and read. Upon removing the figure, you can get a better look at the card back, which pays homage to the old Topps Gremlins 2 trading cards. And here is said original trading card. The back also has the same bio. Now let's take a closer look at the figure. Just as with all the other Gremlins and Mogwai figures I've reviewed on this channel, the sculpting is beautifully executed. Daffy looks just like his movie counterpart. The goofy looking smile and expression is absolutely perfect for this character. Normally, the wonky eyes really bug me, but in this case it suits the character, as in the film Daffy had some crazy eyes. Another thing I'm very happy about is Daffy has the correct eye color. The Lenny and George Mogwai reissues had the wrong eye color, and somewhat took my excitement for those figures down a couple notches. The sculpted fur looks amazing. On the top of the head is an extra piece of hair that is folded over. It adds to the coolness factor of this character. Seeing as this hair was sculpted, it makes me wish even more that Mohawk's mohawk had been sculpted instead of using real hair. Sculpted hair is always the way to go in my opinion. Moving down to the body, Daffy has a really neat color pattern throughout. It's a mix of white, orange, and black. The amazing sculpted fur continues throughout, giving added realism. The 3-fingered hands have sculpted fingernails. The body is the same Mogwai body used for the majority of the Mogwai figures. The toes also have sculpted and painted toenails. There are no peg holes on the bottoms of the feet. Here's a look at the backside. A plastic tab is inserted into the trackball to keep the eyes in place. Removing allows you to do the action feature. Going over the articulation, the head can be moved around. The longer chin hair does hinder the movement to some degree. It hits the body, which keeps the head from really looking down. The ears can rotate as well as go up and down. The arms can go forwards and backwards. They can also slightly go outwards. There is rotation in the lower arms, as well as the hands. The legs slightly kick forwards and back, and they do rotate. Upon removing the plastic tab, now you can mess around with the eye movement. While I've stated before, I do not care for this feature. On Daffy, I don't mind it. Usually the eyes get out of sync with one another, which is frustrating, but in Daffy it is normal for the character. I still don't like the feature, but at least this time it's not as bad. Now let's compare Daffy to some other Gremlins figures. First up is the original release of this figure. The new release is almost identical to the original, which I like. There are no paint errors like on Mohawk, Lenny, or George. NECA did a great job with this one. One thing to point out though is the eye pupils on the new one are a little larger than the original. I'm just glad the eye color is correct. Next up is Daffy in gremlin form. Here he is alongside a Gizmo figure. And finally alongside a Gizmo from the accessory pack. So that is my review of the Daffy Mogwai reissue. I personally think this is the best Mogwai reissue in this wave. It is by far the closest to the original figure. I highly recommend this figure if you missed out the first time. If you do own the original, this one can be a pass, as it's basically the same, unless you just want that new packaging. Once again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Thank you for watching.